Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a skill that can totally transform your student life, mastering conversations. Look, whether you're in a classroom, a lab, or the library, using the right words really can make all the difference.
You know that feeling, right? The professor calls on you, or you're in a new group project, and your mind just goes completely blank. Yeah, we've all been there, and that's exactly what we're going to tackle today.
So think of this as your personal guide. We're going to give you the exact words, phrases, and strategies you need to turn those moments of hesitation into real opportunities for confident, effective communication.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the fundamentals in Level 1, then level up to teamwork in Level 2, and finally we'll get into the pro-level strategies in Level 3. By the end, you'll know exactly what your next move is. So let's jump in.
First up, Level 1, Mastering the Basics. Think of these as the absolute must-haves, the simple, everyday interactions that just make campus life run a whole lot smoother.
Let's kick things off with a classic, just trying to figure out where you need to be and when. The key here is just to be direct. You ask a simple question, you get a simple answer, and it's super easy to ask a follow-up if you need more info.
So, the strategy is super simple, but honestly, it's so effective. You start with a direct question, get more specific with something like, where is the classroom, and maybe confirm some other details. And of course, always wrap it up with a quick thanks to keep things friendly. Now, let's talk about introducing yourself. I know this one can feel a little intimidating, right? But the formula is so simple. Just say your name, give a little context, like, I just joined this class, and that's it. It's the perfect, low-pressure way to break the ice. But here's the secret sauce, the thing that takes this from a simple hi to a real conversation. It's the follow-up question. Asking something like, have you taken this subject before, shows you're actually interested and invites them to talk more. It's a game changer. Okay, so you've got the basics down. Awesome. Let's move on to Level 2 and talk about confident collaboration. This is where we shift gears from just asking questions for yourself to really succeeding as part of a team.
The group project. The ultimate test of working together, right? In this situation, that first move is everything. A simple opener like, hey, let's talk about the group project, gets the ball rolling. From there, it's all about figuring out the goal and making a plan.
So, there's a really clear formula for making this work. You take the initiative, you clarify what you're all supposed to be doing, and then, and this is so important, you use clear action statements. Phrases like, I can handle, or I'll work on, get rid of any confusion and make sure everyone knows who's doing what.
Okay, on to another huge collaboration skill, asking for help. And let's be clear, this is not a sign of weakness. It's one of the smartest things you can do. The trick is to be polite, direct, and really specific about exactly where you're stuck. So let's break this down. Start politely. Can I ask for your help with, I don't get how to solve this equation. That way, the other person knows exactly how to help you. A quick, oh, I see, shows you're getting it. And of course, always say thanks. It makes the whole thing a win-win.
Awesome. Now you're collaborating like a total pro. So it's time for Level 3, the advanced conversations. This is kind of the boss level, where we're going to tackle debates, presentations, and those really important requests with confidence.
Now, before we jump into a debate example, we need to get this key idea down. Constructive disagreement. This is huge. The goal here isn't to win an argument, it's to understand a topic better. You're sharing different views so you can both walk away with a smarter conclusion. That mindset changes everything.
Okay, so check out this exchange. The magic phrase right here is, I agree that, but you start by finding something you can agree on, which shows respect right off the bat. Then you pivot to introduce your own perspective. It completely transforms a potential argument into a productive discussion.
You see, it's that structure that makes this whole thing work so well. You acknowledge their point, you pivot, and then you back up your own opinion with a solid reason. By doing that, you keep the focus on the ideas themselves, not the people, which is exactly what a good academic debate is all about.
All right, next up, presentations. Love 'em or hate 'em, this four-step structure is your best friend. You need a clear opening, a strong main point, some evidence to back it up, and a solid conclusion. It's like a roadmap that keeps you and your audience from getting lost.
And finally, we're going to cover what might be one of the most valuable conversations you can possibly have, asking a professor for career advice. This is all about building a bridge from your classes to your future. And it all starts with one simple, respectful question.
So how do you make that conversation a home run? Well, it's all right here. You ask permission. You come prepared knowing what you're interested in. You ask for specific ideas, and you end with real, genuine gratitude. This approach shows you respect their time and expertise, which makes them want to help you even more.
Okay, we've gone through the whole playbook. We've covered a ton of ground and leveled up our skills. But now comes the most important part, what you do next. It's time to take these strategies and put them into practice. So, let's do a super quick recap of our journey, right? We started with the basics of asking clear questions. Then, we leveled up to collaborating in teams. And finally, we tackled those advanced skills like debating and asking for guidance. Remember, the big idea here is that communication isn't something you're just born with. It's a skill. And like any skill, you get better with practice.
And that brings us to the final question, and this one's for you. With this whole playbook in your hands, what conversation will you start next? The choice and the opportunity is all yours.